Shall we see, ladies and gentlemen, who is in my green room this evening, the first show of the series? Why don't we have a look? My first guest is an actor. He was Harry Potter. Now he's on stage wowing them in the West End in Equus. It is Mr. Daniel Radcliffe. Daniel, that is a good-looking fella. You're a good-looking young man, Daniel.
Thank you, Jonathan. You're a very good-looking old man.
Now, Daniel, we might as well get this out of the way early. In Equus, as you may have read, Daniel has a full frontal nude scene. All right? Now, I have witnessed this, and all I can say, ladies, is I can assure you it's not only the Harry Potter books that have got longer as the years go by. I'm glad I was upstairs. Downstairs, a woman came out holding a wire because he's strung out. I'm telling you, you want to be careful.
Thank you very much. Yes.
My next guest is a very talented... Shall we get my first guest out? Yeah! Why don't we? He's earned a fortune as Harry Potter. I hope he's saved it up because I've had a word with J.K. Rowling and apparently she kills him off halfway through the next one. Will you please welcome Daniel Radcliffe?
We don't have to take our clothes off to have a good time. Oh no, we just dance and party all night and drink some cherry wine.
Very much indeed, thank you.
Daniel, welcome back. Thank you very much for coming back on the programme.
Thank you. No, it's like a second home now. It's wonderful.
God bless you. Hey, I rather like this look. Is this for the play, the beard that you've grown here?
It is. Well, it's very flattering of you to call it a beard. I mean, my friend texted me the other day and said, "What's that crap on your chin?" I said, "Well, it's a beard, actually."
It's nearly a beard, isn't it? It's
Getting there,
It's like a demi-beard.
Not bad for, 17.
That's not bad.
You know? Thank you. That does deserve applause. You're absolutely right.
I tried growing a beard many years ago and it came out quite gingery at the sides.
I know, I was worried about that because my friend Will gets that and he sort of has a bit of a... And I was terrified of that happening.
Are you going to keep it, do you think, after the play finishes?
I don't know. I think it looks a bit... I don't know how good it actually looks, you see, because it's sort of like half there. It's sort of... Your hair's 4 inches apart on my top lip.
No, you know what you should do is get a bit of mascara, put it in it.
You've done that?
Yeah. Now, listen, Daniel he delivers a terrific performance in Equus. I went to see Equus in the West End this week. Congratulations, it's a fabulous performance.
Thank you very much indeed.
And I imagine a lot of people go along and they know in advance. They know you, of course, for being Harry Potter. You know, it's one of the most famous film series in the history of cinema. Some people go there probably to see you for that reason. Other people, even if they've gone to see the play, are aware of that. Within 2 minutes you'll be out on stage. I think everyone's forgotten that. It's a tremendous performance.
Oh, thank you. I mean, it's been a really positive thing because, I mean, lots of people who have seen it have sort of come out saying, you know, even people I know well sort of forgot it was me, which is great. If you can make people do that, then you're there.
Yeah, well, it's a peculiar role, of course. It's a very challenging role. Did you choose it on purpose because it's about as far away from Harry Potter as you could get, isn't it? And was that part of the thinking?
It was... it's not that I want to distance myself from Harry Potter because I'm incredibly proud of them and I love doing them and it's great fun and all that. But it's you know, it was something that was... I wanted to... The whole point about doing something different is to prove that you can do other stuff and that you're not just going to go on doing the same film until Harry Potter 97. And so, you know, hopefully it's achieved that.
But did you say, you know, I'm really looking for a part in which... Because the character you play, I don't want to spoil the play at all, but he's a very troubled young man who molested animals due to some sort of weird...
Not so much molested. I'd like to make this distinction.
That's what I got from the play, that you were a horse molester.
Well,
or maybe that's what I got from you. I don't know.
He rides them naked and does get off on it.
Yeah. Okay. And then he does something horrible to them at the end. I think that's molestation.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Even less horses. Yes.
Either way, he has a strange, let's call it a strange relationship with animals.
Definitely, yes.
But were you scared about doing it at all? Obviously, we'll get to some of the more obvious reasons why it was a challenge, but certainly, it's a very demanding role. You're on stage for a lot, and it calls for a certain level of acting ability and skill, and you're not known for your stage work previously. So, were you intimidated by the part?
I mean, yeah, I was. Not so much by the part. I mean, obviously it is, as you say, very challenging, but it's also just the thing of going on stage and doing it and being able to, because, you know, when you're filming, you sort of get out there and you do however many takes, but you sort of get breaks in between. It's about that thing of sustaining the energy for 2.25 hours or however long it is.
Does that make it easier in some ways, though? Because when you're making a movie, of course, and I'm sure most people know this, sometimes you'll shoot the middle sequence right at the beginning, at the end, at the third day, whereas here, of course,
yeah, no, it does make it a lot easier in terms of getting into the part. But, I mean, it's weird because it's one of those things where you come out and on quite an intense note, because basically the first time I come out in the play, I scream television jingles at a psychiatrist, which is quite a level to come in on. Because you've got nothing before that, really. But it was, you know, so it's going well.
Now,
hopefully it will continue to.
We have a photograph. That's not in the in the place.
No.
There were no actual animals.
I
on
was
stage.
tensing my stomach muscles for about 2 hours, almost fainted.
Well, okay, let's deal with the nudity on stage, because I was told in advance Daniel is completely naked on stage, and I didn't see it.
What?
When does it happen in the play?
It happens near the end. Me and Joanna both get a kit off.
Was that when the girl gets her clothes off?
Ah, right. Yeah, I do it at the same time.
That was a treat. I didn't know that was coming. I was made up.
Yeah, I was.
She gets completely naked.
She does. Yes, Joanna's great. Jo's fantastic. She's the real laugh. But it was one of those things where I was thinking, you know, even though I am naked on stage and that's going to be very scary, I will have Joanna to distract myself with.
Yeah, but now,
which is a comfort. But she's.
Are you not worried about distraction though? Because when I was your age, if there was another young lady nearby naked, it wouldn't have mattered where I was at the time. Things would have been moving.
I know. Well, this is the thing, was that it really, really doesn't. When you've got 950 people staring at you, I was really worried about it. But it really, nothing. It's so not even entering your head.
God bless you, though. But that's a great thing, isn't it? Were you panicked the first night? Did you think?
Yeah. But also, the thing is about me and Jo, we sort of get on really. If we were doing a scene of that level of intimacy with someone you really hated, it'd be awful. Yeah. But we sort of get on really well, which is great in the play. So
have you said to her we should have sex anyway, just to so it's not awkward when we're out there together?
No, because she has. She has a very lovely and very big boyfriend.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Who I would last 2 seconds in a fight with him.
I know you're acting, you're playing another person on stage there, but initially at least, and I don't want to give away what happens, but you initially go through the motions of the act of intercourse, okay? Were you worried about it looking...
With the horse or with the girl?
With the girlie.
With the girl.
Okay.
Again, another important distinction to make.
Maybe the sequel, you can get a horse. Yeah. Were you concerned about people analysing your technique? Thinking...
Well, there was... during rehearsals, Thea, our director, was saying to me, telling us what position to get into, and she said, Dan, I'm not criticising your technique. And I said, no, it's fine, believe me, many have. But she was...
Dan,
no,
you're 17, not that many have.
No. Fair enough.
Yeah. Maybe one or two.
No, but a few people have many times.
Okay. Very nice. Well, now, I don't know if you knew about my acting past, Daniel.
I didn't.
Okay.
But tell me.
When I was at London University, back in the day, I played Wiglaf in the London University
What?
Drama...
Sorry.
I was Wiglaf in Beowulf, the London University Drama Society. Quite a radical interpretation of it. It was like Tarantino for its day. Now...
Have we got pictures of this?
No, sadly not. Oh. They've all been destroyed. But that's when I grew my beard, because I was a Viking.
Oh, right, okay.
But we had to start, because we wanted to shock the audience, we started with the ceremonial rape of a dead Viking's wife. We were young, we thought we'd stir things up. Now, here's the thing. I'd only had sex with one person up to that point.
Right.
Well, two counting me, but really only one person. So I was quite tentative on stage, especially in front of tourists. So I just went on and I just did my business. I went down sort of... Yeah. Walked off a bit ashamed, right?
Yeah.
Mainly we were students performing. One bloke, we ran out of students, so a friend of his said, I've got a bloke, he's a builder, he does a bit of acting. We had this big strapping builder came in. He went in straight in, he was down on one arm doing all that. All of that!
I know, I did that early on, but Thea said it just wasn't appropriate.
I was intimidated. Maybe on the last night you could try something interesting, flip over.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, Joanna.
Put a riding cap on. Give her a treat. That will be in keeping with the nature of the...
We'll keep the theme going, yeah absolutely.
But hats off to you, because here's something, once again, it's a bold thing, and you know people are going to pay more attention to that than they would an actor who wasn't so famous for work elsewhere. And you've dealt with that, I think, admirably, because it must have been a little bit tiresome at first. knowing that I was going to go on about it, but also I know people snuck cameras in to take pictures for the newspapers.
I know. It was very... I mean, the whole camera being inside the theatre stuff is actually quite funny, because they make stuff up constantly. There was one person that said that me and Richard Griffiths had to climb out of a window to get out of the theatre, which is just completely untrue.
I don't think I've seen a window that Richard Griffiths could climb out of.
Well, I mean, that's similar to what he said. You know,
he's a brilliantly talented man, but he's a giant
He's
fella,
a big guy, yeah.